I'm pleased to present our first student speaker of the day, senior class representative, Savannah King.
One faces the future with one's past, wrote Bucks County novelist Pearl S. Buck. Fellow graduates of Pennsylvania Leadership Charter School's class of 2012, congratulations. We have arrived at the future, armed with the joy of the present and the knowledge and experience of the past. Today signifies the end of a 13-year-long commitment we've all had to our education, to taking chances, to working to achieve something. Today also signifies the beginning of a plethora of possibilities. Just as we are all going on to different futures, we all have different pasts, but all of our pasts feature PALCS. As I looked online at some tips of how to write a graduation speech, I realized that quite honestly, they weren't overly helpful. Once I started reading a couple articles, I realized I'd have no problem avoiding the two big don'ts of the graduation speech writing world, focusing only on inside jokes about the popular people or complaining about the cafeteria food. This spring, across the country, other graduates will find themselves sat at a ceremony where the student speaker may very well be reminiscing about shared stories like, remember that time in 10th grade where the power went out before second period? We don't have that. As a class, we don't have one story or one experience, but that's what I think is wonderful. We as a class have 300 stories. We all have a story of why we came to PALCS and what we did during our time here. We do all share, however, the fact that we chose PALCS as the best option for us, unwilling to be silent audience members in the production of our own lives. Living on farms, in cities, in towns across Pennsylvania, we all logged on to PALCS, a network of individuals coming together for the sake of education. You have to make your own definition of yourself. That's crucial. Pittsburgh-born playwright August Wilson wisely advises us, and PALCS, I feel, has offered us each the chance to do just that. Due to the flexibility, the support, and the opportunities of our school, people from this class have been able to be athletes, farmers, volunteers, parents, musicians, journalists, activists. The possibilities for each of us to pursue interests have been endless. Of course, we can't forget how PALCS has given us each the chance to define the type of student we were going to be, and the type of lifelong learner I hope we'll all be, by putting the responsibility of our education gently on our own hands whilst retaining a guiding eye. I remember the unshakable smile that erupted onto my face in Mr. Gegwich's office during induction, when I was thrilled to find out that I would be able to take as many classes as I wanted. Children's literature, Français et Hochdeutsch, biology, economics, Shakespeare studies, it's all been there for the taking, supported by inventive, inspiring teachers, harnessing the technology in groundbreaking ways to help us learn, whilst imparting a passion for their subject, whether algebra or art. I was going to say that PALCS's education extends beyond the classroom, but really the lack of physical walls at our school means that the very nature of PALCS's education is to have freedom and versatility, and not to have opportunities dictated by geographical location. I think that it's inspiring that teachers can be in Panama or China while their students carry on with lessons, or students can work a part-time job and do schoolwork later that night. PALCS has come with me around the country as I've worked as a nanny, and around the world to England as I went for 7 weeks to take university entrance exams. What other school could let me take a double-decker bus to go sit exams in the morning and do a US government presentation to Pennsylvania peers in the afternoon? PALCS makes it possible, it says on the advertisements, and it's true. PALCS makes it possible to pursue whatever dreams or goals we've had. The opportunities have been there, and it's been up to us to seize them. Whether that's by going on a field trip to find yourself mudsliding across the Chesapeake Bay on a Wednesday afternoon, or taking an extra science elective, just because it sounds interesting. We are graduating from the Pennsylvania Leadership Charter School, and even if for no other reason, we have been leaders because of our choice of online education. And isn't that something exciting, to have been some of the first people in the world to have been successful learning this way? It's been the path less traveled, but has led to self-knowledge and success. Luckily for us, the fact that we did something unique never meant we were isolated. In fact, the opposite was true. Teachers, administrators, guidance counselors, technical staff have been there throughout our journey with an enthusiastic belief in PALCS's mission, and perhaps most of all, a desire for imparting their belief in education onto us as students. I found it quite extraordinary how personal PALCS was. There were real people at the other end of the screen, and inspiring, positive, encouraging, interesting people at that, who are posting informative videos, sending us emails on how to improve for the next essay, hosting enjoyable chats, or telling us what to do on those days when Moodle was just really slow. On behalf of the class of 2012, thank you, PALCS. To the trailblazers brave enough to start the school in the first place, and the incredible staff whose love of their subject or area of expertise is rivaled only by their care for and interest in their students. As well as those at PALCS, we all wouldn't be here today without the unwavering support of parents, home facilitators, and relatives that have, since before we started kindergarten, supported our academic careers, getting up on school mornings, driving us to PSSA tests or jobs, asking who our teachers were, and being attuned enough to us to maybe suggest PALCS when something else just wasn't working for us as individuals. You know who you are out there, and thank you for your care and interest in our educations. Fellow graduates, make sure to thank the people that have never stopped believing in you during your journey. Now we're all going on to different things, just as we all came from different things. I'm off to England to attend the University of Winchester to study English literature, and I know many students are pursuing some sort of higher education. Others are getting a job, joining the military, traveling, raising a family, volunteering. The possibilities for having success are endless. Just like your education thus far has been your own, your life beyond today is your own. There are infinite ways to be called successful, and the skills and knowledge, both of the world and just as much about yourself, that have been learned at PALCS will hopefully help you be successful in your own unique way. Enjoy it. Be the best you can be. On my first day at PALCS, my mom wrote on my blackboard as I was anxiously logging onto Moodle for the first time, this quote by Pennsylvania's adopted son, Andrew Carnegie, which was as fitting on my first day at PALCS as it is today. Think of yourself as on the threshold of unparalleled success. A whole, clear, glorious life lies before you. Achieve, achieve. Thank you for the opportunity to speak today, and congratulations, fellow 2012 Pennsylvania Leadership Charter School graduates. Enjoy what the future holds.